Welcome to Words That Attract Money. This video is about words and phrases that repel money and words and phrases that attract money. You may be repelling money and not even know it. This video is important and fun because you will become aware of your subconscious money programming through your words, and you will learn how to change it. Here's why. Your words represent your thoughts. Your thoughts represent your beliefs. Your beliefs represent your subconscious programming, and your programming determines if you're wealthy or if you're broke. Negative money phrases that repel money are so commonly used in our Western culture. This is a universal thing throughout all cultures in the world, but especially here. We are literally programmed for money scarcity and money struggles. Which one of these phrases are most familiar to you? You probably have heard them all in your family, you've heard them in movies, you've read them in books and magazines, you've seen them on social media. You hear these phrases and maybe even use them during conversations. And most dangerously, you might even repeat them to your children. Here are some negative money phrases that you've already heard. Do you think that money grows on trees? Do I look like I'm made out of money? I can't afford that. Rich bastard. That greedy jerk. You can't take it with you. A fool and his money are soon departed. To make money, you must have money. He that cannot pay, let him pray. Money can't buy happiness. Money isn't everything. A penny saved is a penny earned. A day late and a dollar short. Living from hand to mouth. Gotta make an honest buck. Money grubber. Take the money and run. How many of these have you heard? How many of them have you used? You're obviously smart, and you're probably hardworking, but you just can't seem to get ahead in the way that you want to. You just can't seem to master money to live a life that you truly want to live. Do you agree that it is possible that the way you think about money, your money beliefs, and the words that you use about money is the reason that you keep struggling with money? Do you also believe that if you change the way you think about money and change the words that you use and you change your beliefs, that this will change your habits? And when you change your habits, you change your life. Many say that rich people are crooks, or they say that rich people are evil, or they say that rich people are jerks, arrogant, snobs. Pick your description. When you equate wealth to moral bankruptcy, your subconscious mind will sabotage your money success. Why is that? Because your subconscious mind has a job, and that job is to protect you. How does it do that? It aligns with your subconscious beliefs and your actions. This is why you must change your subconscious programming to change the amount of money and wealth that you have in your bank account. You must change your money thoughts, beliefs, and your money language. This will affect and change your habits, which changes your life. Here is something to understand that is critically important. Money does not corrupt you. Money is not immoral. Money is not a bad thing. What is money? Money is an amplifier of who you already are. If a person lacks morals, they will be more immoral with money. If a person's a jerk, they'll be more of a jerk with money. If someone is disrespectful or dishonest, they will be more disrespectful and dishonest with money. However, are you a good person? Then you'll be a good person with money. Are you a generous person? Then you'll be a more generous person with lots of money. This is why people like you and me and others like us should strive to become wealthy, because we already do good things in the world. Money amplifies your ability to do good things in the world. Money amplifies your ability to express your goodness. Money amplifies who you are. I'm touching on this concept briefly now because it is important to what we're about to talk about. But we will go deeper into this in the next audio too. So how do you change your negative money beliefs? The first step is to change the words and phrases that you use. I was born in New York and my native language is English. But I travel a lot and I spend a lot of time in South America. Most often you can find me in Medellin, Colombia. It's my spiritual home. I love to be here. In fact, I'm here right now recording this. When I first visited Colombia, I could not speak Spanish. I know a few words and a few phrases like, where's the bathroom? ¿Dónde está el baño? And can I have another beer? Cerveza, por favor. Not even enough to give directions to the taxi driver. The first time I lived in Colombia, I took Spanish lessons. I studied and I practiced. Within 30 days, I could speak a basic, fundamental level of Spanish. Still not enough to have a conversation, not a real one anyway, but I could get around the city with few problems. I kept studying and practicing, and soon I could speak at a conversational level. But I kept making a lot of mistakes, and I mean a lot of mistakes. For example, I was talking to a family with children, and the little girl had a stuffed animal. So I said, "Me encanta pechugas." The family looked at me in shock, then obviously realized the mistake I made and started to laugh so hard they were crying. What I was trying to say is that I love stuffed animals. Me encanta peluches. What I actually said is me encanta pechugas, which means I love boobs. While true, it was an awkward mistake, but ever since I have never mixed up the words pechuga and peluche. I kept mispronouncing words over and over. Many people would correct me, but I still didn't pronounce them the right way. Not immediately anyway. That's because I was pronouncing them incorrectly with an American accent. And so it took repeated effort and correction to change the way I pronounced the words. Eventually, little by little, word by word, I learned to pronounce the words correctly. And now I speak Spanish as a second language very well. Not perfectly, not quite fluent yet, but I'm really good, and I'm always improving and learning. This is similar to what will happen with your money language and beliefs. I share this story with you because learning to reprogram your money words and your money phrases often takes time. Why is that? Because you have learned and used these phrases all your life. You have to reprogram your mind so that it stops using negative money phrases and starts using words and phrases that empower you to fill your bank account. So be patient, focus on the journey and the activities that change at the deepest levels of your subconscious mind. And you've always got to remember this. If you keep doing what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. But if you change what you're doing, then you'll change what you get going forward. Meaning, if you want a different result than what you're getting right now, then you must change what you are doing right now to change what you get in the future. So let's look at some things to change to get you different results tomorrow. The most common negative phrase is, money doesn't grow on trees. What does that even mean? It carries the connotation and the meaning that money is hard to come by, that money cannot be easily found, that money is scarce, and that wealth is not in abundance. It sounds like a harmless enough phrase, and parents have been using it for generation after generation, passing down the negative money mindset saying that we don't have enough money, that money is difficult to come by, and that it's lacking. Your parents were also saying, we don't have enough money, and you probably won't ever have enough money either. That doesn't sound like such a harmless phrase anymore, does it? But it is repeated over and over like a well-worn out mantra that keeps generation after generation stuck and subconsciously negatively programming their money vibration for money difficulty and money lack. Not just in English, but this happens in every language. Every language has some version of this phrase. But here's the ironic part. Money does grow on trees. Trees are wood that makes furniture and builds houses. Tree branches are turned into walking canes and artwork. The leaves fall and turn into mulch, allowing other plants to grow. Some trees grow nuts and fruits that make money for the farmer, who brings it to the supermarket and to the restaurants, who also make money selling meals made from those foods. Trees increase the value of real estate and parks because they add beauty and shade. Many products are made from trees, such as rubber, honey, syrup, alcohol, and more. When the leaves fall, landscape companies get paid to remove them. When a tree needs to be taken down, a tree company gets paid to remove it. And most ironically, paper money is made from trees. So the old adage is completely false. Money literally grows on trees. Let's look at another phrase. It's hard to earn money, or it's hard to earn money these days. This may be true for some people in some circumstances. For people living in minimum wage jobs and in depressed industries, this is more likely to be true for them, but otherwise, this is absolutely false. Money is in more abundance and easier to come by now than it ever has been. New businesses and new industries are exploding, making the opportunity to make money easier and faster than ever. In the past year, the world has changed so much and so fast that it is incredible. The pandemic has created more opportunities for working at home and starting a side hustle, giving you the opportunity to leave a job you don't like, to start a side hustle, or operate a home-based business that will give you the financial freedom you crave. Not only that, but technology is shaping the world and creating so many opportunities to work remotely, full-time or part-time. For example, if you have skills such as Photoshop, bookkeeping, virtual assistant, or thousands of other skills, you can work remotely. This is not a course on working remotely, nor is working remotely the only way to increase money coming into your life, but I want to bring it to your attention about the unlimited opportunities to increase your wealth no matter where you are right now, even in this changing economy. Here's a surprising part of the new era that we live in. There are thousands of skills that you can learn and master in a few months so that you could work from home and make more money than you can make in most jobs. This is, of course, if you're self-motivated and a self-starting kind of person. In any case, there are unlimited opportunities to level up your wealth. The point is that money is easy to come by when you have the right money mindset. Between technology, a changing economy, and new opportunities investing, money is everywhere waiting for you, just waiting for you to claim your share. Here's the one thing I know for sure. It doesn't matter where you're starting. When I was a boy growing up, my family struggled to put food on the table. My parents often skipped meals to feed me and my brothers. It doesn't matter where you started. It doesn't even matter where you are. What matters is where you're going from here. Most millionaires are self-made millionaires. And a high percentage of them had started later in life and or had to start over from financial bankruptcy. Every year there are millions of new millionaires in the USA alone. Most of them are first-generation self-created millionaires. Where you started or where you are is not an excuse to keep you from being wealthy, even a millionaire. Here's another negative money belief. I've never been good at money. What does that say? It has the meaning that you don't know how to make money and or manage money, therefore you'll never be wealthy. But what is the reality? Probably you have not yet learned enough good money habits, strategies, and beliefs. There is nothing difficult about money. You don't have to have an Ivy League education to be a millionaire. It's been reported that about half of the new millionaires have a high school education or a basic bachelor's degree. It's not a matter of education. It's simply a matter of changing some negative money beliefs and habits and adding positive money beliefs and habits. As we've already talked about, since you were a child, you were taught negative money mindset and a scarcity money mindset. So it is not your fault that you are not comfortable or good at money subjects. Because of this, many people try to avoid money topics, or even learning about money. The way you change this is by learning and starting positive money habits. You can start small and keep improving. You shouldn't expect this to happen overnight. But imagine that month after month, year after year, that your bad debt is vanishing and your wealth is constantly growing. As you know, I ran across America, and when I finished, my body had literally zero fat. I was a machine, a full muscular machine. It was absolutely extraordinary. But when I started running just a little over a year before that, I was little more than a couch potato. And I didn't go from sitting on the couch to running a marathon a day in one day. It took me a year to transform my body and my mindset and my spirit to be able to do that. But every day I focused on the things I needed to do that day so that I'd be better tomorrow and be able to reach my goal. And that's the secret, is focus on what you need to do today to become better for tomorrow to eventually reach the goal that you're after. Maybe that's to become a millionaire, but you don't become a millionaire overnight, not unless you win the lottery. So imagine, month after month, year after year, that your bad debt is vanishing and your wealth is constantly growing. Imagine what it'll feel like in a few years when you're free of debt, when you have more income than ever before, and your wealth and freedom account is always growing. This program is a fantastic start because you are learning the most important thing, the mindset of money, the psychology of money, the vibration of money, Without this foundation, you'll always struggle in a roller coaster of ups and downs with money. You're already starting to see the connection and the power of words and their connection to wealth. There is also something deeper than words, but directly connected to words, so we must talk about it or you won't get the results you want. Years back when I was struggling for money, I was talking to a close friend when I said to him, when I can afford it, I'm going to buy it. I was referring to upgrading some audio technology. My friend said to me in a bit of an aggressive tone, "You know, Croy, do you realize that it's never going to happen? Do you know why?" I was a little shocked at his mannerism and I said, "No, but I would love to know what you're thinking that makes you say that." The last several times we've talked, you've been using phrases that reflect money scarcity. You've said several times some version of, "When I have the money." You'll never have the money because your thinking is screwed up. Now, I had already done a lot of inner work and raised my money vibration mindset, but I didn't realize that I still had this going on in my subconscious mind. It was way under my radar, and it was a turning point when he pointed it out to me. Since then, I've been sharply aware of this deeper level of subconscious negative money beliefs. Where did I get it from? I don't know, and it doesn't really matter. Maybe my parents said it all the time, or maybe it was the other kids in the community of the working class neighborhood I grew up in, but who cares, because it doesn't really matter. What matters is that I rewrote the programming that was directly affecting my life. You may be wondering if you have to find the programs that are deep in your mind. Well, yes and no. Was that the one thing keeping me from wealth? No, but it was a factor. It played a role. I share this with you so that you can pay attention and reprogram those bad money scripts that you have going on in your mind. Let me share with you a few more examples so that you can recognize your money scarcity phrases and scripts. How many of these have you heard yourself saying? "I can't afford it. I'm stealing from Peter to pay Paul. That costs an arm and a leg. If you want to be rich, you have to be greedy. I'll never be rich, so why try? Money is burning a hole in my pocket. Penny for your thoughts? I'll never be able to get out from under this debt. It's not about the money. Holy shit, that's expensive." There are so many more. These are a few to help your awareness about your word choices. But more importantly, it is the underlying meaning and the effect that you have in your life. Even in popular songs, we are taught to stay broke. The singer Pitbull, I love his music and I love what he's about, but his lyrics in one of his popular songs is programming us to be broke. And I bet he doesn't even realize it, because if he did, I'm certain that he would have rewrote the lyrics a little bit different. The song is "The Time of Our Lives," and the lyrics are, "I knew my rent was going to be late about a week or so. I worked my ass off, but I still can't pay it though. But I got just enough to get off in this club, to have me a good time before my time is up." The message is basically, screw it, I don't have enough money, so I'm going to go party. And you may think it's just a song and it's just for fun, and it should be, but the subconscious programming is that money is scarce and I will never have enough money. Now, if you're aware of the powerful programming that the lyrics have, no worries. But most people let the lyrics seep deep into their subconscious mind without the awareness that it will become a financial blueprint that keeps them broke. Another song that I enjoy because it's fun, but has some terrible programming messages. I still enjoy it in my music playlist because I'm aware and I counteract the messages and enjoy the music for the fun of it. The song is called Rockstar by Nickelback. The song is about trading your ordinary life for the life of a famous rock star. And the lyrics that go under the radar and directly into your subconscious programming, if you're not careful, are, "I'm through with standing in lines to clubs I'll never get in. It's like the bottom of the ninth and I'm never gonna win. This life hasn't turned out quite the way I want it to be." Well, the song is fun and I crank it up while driving in my convertible. The song has an underlying message that I'll never get ahead. And that's for other people, but not me. I bring these to your attention because you need to understand where your negative money beliefs and programming comes from. Songs, movies, television, and books tap into something deep inside of you, an emotion that you can relate to directly or indirectly, even if you don't realize what it is. These are stories of struggle and difficulties of life, about overcoming adversity. They're fantastic to inspire you, but not if you only relate to the struggle. For example, I used to relate to the struggle within the Rocky movie, the one written by Sylvester Stallone. And I still do, but not like I used to. In the movie, there's a famous quote when he's talking to his adult son, and I'll share it with you with my best Rocky impersonation.
When things get hard, you start looking for something to blame, like a big shadow. Let me tell you something that you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits. And not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Okay, I'll stick to writing because being an impersonator is probably not going to make me a whole lot of money. But if I let that program my subconscious mind, I will definitely never make a lot of money impersonating. Something to think about, right? Anyway, this part of the movie and the movie in general, as well as Stallone's real life, inspires me. What I learned along the way is that I was only resonating with the idea that life is going to be hard and that you have to struggle and that you have to work hard to be successful. While that's true at times, and manifestation only works if you work at it, I changed the way I understand and interpret the movie. Once I changed my belief that life is generally easy, but it may be struggle for a moment, then life got easier most of the time. My life changed. Now I ask myself these two questions. What would it look like if it were easy? And how can this be easy so that I enjoy it and have even more success? These two sentences are a guiding principle in my life, and they shape the way I do things in business, life, health, happiness, love, everything. Before I wrap this audio up, let me give you some empowering words, phrases, and affirmations that you can use whenever you want. I am attracting more wealth all the time. Money is abundant, and there are many ways to wealth. I am creating multiple streams of income. Day by day, I am building wealth. I'm always aligning with money and abundance. My financial abundance is growing. Wealth is flowing towards me more and more every day. I am tuned into the flow of money and prosperity. Choose the ones that align with you most and repeat them every day to reprogram your subconscious mind. When you catch yourself saying or thinking something negative about money, immediately say this with conviction. That was the past. Now I choose a life of wealth and abundance. After you use a negative thought or phrase, you could also say, cancel that. What I meant is, and then add in a positive money affirmation. So, for example, I can't afford that. Then immediately say, cancel that. What I meant is that I'm choosing not to buy that because I am building my wealth and financial freedom. The conclusion to all of this is that you must be aware of your words and your thoughts about money because they represent your beliefs. A key to leaving a life of money struggle and living a life of wealth and prosperity is deleting the old negative money programming in your subconscious mind and reprogramming your subconscious mind with powerful, positive money beliefs. When you catch yourself thinking or speaking in a negative money mindset, cancel that thought and reprogram it with a positive, empowering money thought. When you do this, you will be constantly moving towards more and more wealth and prosperity. In the next audio, I will dive deeper into negative money beliefs and how to change them so that you can move closer to your dreams and a life of prosperity and wealth. And as a reminder, before we end this audio, if you are not a full member of the Money Vibration Code, there's a link on this page. You can go ahead and join the family and get started today. If you already are a member, well, we'll see you there too.